Hello and welcome to my Live Forever in Motion class. My name is Kereen and I am one of the recreation therapists with the Community Older Adult team. I will be leading your class today. And what we're going to need for today is the usual tubing or TheraBands, good sturdy chair, good pair of running shoes, and your water bottle. You have all those things. We are good to go. If not, grab them quickly. We will just start out with an easy march and a few more instructions. Remember, as always, to work at your own pace. If at any point you're feeling pain, discomfort, or like you're overexerting yourself, make sure that you stop, slow down, or adapt to whatever you're doing. We always want it to be a safe class. See if I can see what's happening on there. Posture, you want those shoulders back and down. Your core is engaged, so you're bracing your stomach nice and tight as though someone's going to give you a nice playful punch in the stomach. You're either standing up nice and tall or sitting up nice and tall, keeping that chest up nice and proud. And all that, and like I said, we are good to go. Feel free to grab a drink of water anytime you need. You don't need to wait for me to tell you it's time for a drink. Let's take those legs wide. It is important to stay hydrated. It helps to regulate body temperature, makes for a safer workout, and it also helps to prevent cramps. So there's your push, your spiel for drinking water during your workout and making sure you stay well hydrated all the time. All right, let's take that to wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Keep the arms moving with it. Nice big arms so we can warm up upper body and lower body. If you are doing it seated, absolutely the same thing. Remember that chair is there for you for whatever purpose you need, whether you want to do the exercises seated or whether you want it there for support. Keep going with that wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Actually, tap down and switch which leg is starting while I explain a little bit more about the chair. The chair is there for whatever level of support you need, whether it's both hands on the chair or maybe just fingertips or one hand. That chair is there for whatever level. Maybe your hands are just hovering above and you lose your balance every once in a while and you need to grab on. The key there is to make sure that you do use the chair when you need it for support, but don't use it any more than you need it. You want to make sure that you are challenging yourself. Okay, let's take those legs wide again. And bringing the legs back in. If I'm going too fast for you, feel free to slow it down once we get a little bit more into the workout. If I'm going too slow for you, feel free to speed it up. Okay, we are going to take that into a rocking horse. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring up the, well, let's go for our left knee. I'm going to go for my left knee. And then just a ham curl, so a hip flexion in the front, ham curl on the other. And with the arms, how about we have the arms coming up as that front knee is coming up, arms coming down as the back heel is coming up towards your bum. Make sure that when you are bringing that back heel up towards your bum, that you're not doing this kind of thing. You don't want that knee to come forward. It's just that heel coming up in the back. All right. Let's keep going a few more with those, and then we will switch legs. Four, 3, 2, last one. Let's do a little bit of a march in between here to switch legs and to kind of shake those legs out a little bit. And let's go with our other knee up, and ham curl in the back. So this time, instead of bringing the arms up when the knee is coming up, let's start with the arms down and do the opposite. So this time, the arms will be coming up when that back leg's coming up instead of the front leg. Make sure you're keeping those shoulders back and down, kind of tucking those shoulder blades down back into your back pocket. I tried to dream up a few different moves for you today, and I do have to give credit to some of our Forever in Motion leaders. I give them credit all the time for the things they do, but full disclosure, I do steal some of their moves every once in a while just because they are such great leaders and do such great things. So, don't they say the greatest compliment is to copy somebody? Well, I'm giving my leaders compliments because I steal some of their moves from time to time to help share with everyone else so that everyone else can have those wonderful moves. Okay, and 4, 3, and 2, last one. Okay, back to just a regular march. Grab a drink of water if you need it. I'm going to switch on my little fan already. All right, just with a little march here, we are going to go into a 1, 2, 3 tap. So 1, 2, 3 tap, 1, 2, 3 tap. So just on the spot to start, I'm going to make my way back here a little bit because I'm going to be traveling forward. I want to make sure I'm not right in your face when I get up there. Okay, so traveling forward, so 1, 2, 3, tap, and then back, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. Let's just swing the arms like cross country. If you are doing it seated, it's just simply, obviously, a stationary 1, 2, 3 tap. You can still do the cross-country arms. Four, 3, 2, last one. Okay. This time around, we are going to go sideways. Since I've got more room that way, we're going that way to the right. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, instead of just a double side touch, step touch, which it's basically what it is, we're going to do it as a 1, 2, 3 to the side. So 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. Keep going with that. And once you're comfortable with that, let's add in some arms, so swinging. Keeping your core engaged. Standing up nice and tall, shoulders back and down, keep that chest up, nice and proud. Four. How about we keep going a little more? 3. I cheated last time in 2, did them half. And last one back this way. And regular march. There we go. Okay, so that's kind of the first round of the different moves of what I want to do with you for today. So starting going back to that regular march, and we will take it from the march. Now we are going to go into Instead of the wide, wide, narrow, narrow, let's do a V step. So basically same thing as wide, wide, narrow, except it's in the same shape of a V. So stepping forward wide, wide, and then narrow, narrow. Like I said, just in the shape of a V. Get the arms moving with it. Actually, what I like to do for arms with this one is start with the arms in and then take the arms out to match the legs. Four, three, two, last one. We're going to tap down here, switch arms, and start with your other leg. So starting with the right leg this time, and arms come in as legs come out. Make sure you're going at a pace that works for you and that is safe for you. Whoop, I think I messed up on the no, arms are still good. 4, 3, 2, last one, and back to a march. Give those shoulders a nice big roll backwards. I can feel that one in my shoulders. All right, next up is the rocking horse. So last time around, I kind of switched when I didn't want to. Did something different with the arms that I wasn't going to. Okay, anyway, arguing with myself. It happens. Starting with that one leg, left leg up, and bring the heel up in the back. Okay, gosh, now I gotta think up a different move because I already did the two that I was going to do. How about bow and arrow? Four, 3, 2, last one. March it out for a little bit. And we're going to switch legs here. So starting with our right leg. So bring that leg up. Let's get those legs going first. And let's throw in the bow and arrow again. Four, 3, 2, last one, and back to a march. Okay, so what we're going to do now, going back to that 1, 2, 3 step, is we're going to mix up the arms a little bit. So that 1, 2, 3 tap, 1, 2, 3 tap. Last time around, we were swinging the arms in the same direction as we were traveling. So this time, let's do the opposite. I'm going to move my chair out of the way, so I'm not whacking my chair, hopefully. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 tap. Take the arms swinging sideways. Peek, see how many people we've got on. We've got a few of them. Woohoo! Normally we don't get a whole lot of people joining live. Totally fine. This has to work for you. Any type of workout has to work for you. Okay, and back to just marching on the spot. And I didn't count you down on that one because I was totally distracted, thinking of something else. Okay, we are going to be traveling sideways. So 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Get those legs going. And instead of the arms going sideways, we are going to switch them up. Arms are going to be going front and back. So feel free to slow it down if you need, or if you want. Four, 3, 2, and let's hold it over here. Kind of cheated again there. Oh well. Time for a drink. Keep the legs moving. You don't want to stop all of a sudden once you have those legs moving. You see my nice shadow there, eh? Okay. All right, back to that march. Oh, I've got more lights here I can put on. Let's see how that works. I wonder if that's any better. All right, and so back to that V step. So starting out with the V step, start with that left leg, so wide to the front, wide, narrow, narrow. We're going the shape of that V. Get the legs going. And 4, 3, 2, last one. We are going to tap it down here and start with the other leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap it down. We're taking it to 3. 3, 2, 1. Tap it down. 3, 2, 1. Tap down. We're going for 2, 2, 1. Switch. 2, 1. And we're going for 1. We're going for singles. So we're tapping down each time. Switching legs each time. Okay, we are going to, let's see, do I want to count back up? How about we count back up? So let's go for 2. 2, switch, 2, 3, 2, 1, tap down and switch, 3, 2, 1, going for 4, so tapping down, 4, 3, 2, last one, you're going to tap down and switch with the other leg, 4, 3, 2, last one, and let's just take it back to a march. I think I screwed up in there somewhere, but you get the idea. All right, Back to rocking horse. So bringing that knee up in front and the heel up in the back. Let's do diamond arms. Feel free to slow it down. 4, 3, 2, last one, and let's take to a march. And I'll shake out those hips a little bit. Bringing up the other knee, bring it up, heel up in the other leg. And just because I can't think of anything else on the spot right now, a rough day, let's go back to the diamond arms. Ooh, should we do a square? Hey, if nothing else, it shows I know my shapes, right? Four, 3. Okay, that does get challenging with shapes and counting. That was 2, I think. And last one. Okay, and let's just take it back to a march. Oh my gosh. Oh, a little embarrassing on that one. Oh well. Make your classes fun. The more fun you have with it, the more fun people, your participants, will have with it. Or people doing your class, if you are not leading a class, if you are one of the participants of the class. Anyway, quit rambling, time for a drink of water. Keep the legs moving. Okay, let's see if I can screw myself up even more. All right, we are going back to that 1, 2, 3 tap. We are going forward and then sideways. And then just to try and mix me up a little bit more, and possibly you, we're going to go in the shape of a U. And I have to give credit to one of my leaders again. I am not going to specifically name the leaders because I don't want to ever forget to name the leaders. But thank you to all my leaders that unknowingly let me steal some of their moves. Although I do quite often tell them I'm going to steal them. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3 forward. So 1, 2, 3 tap. Oh, the arms are supposed to go sideways, right? 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. Okay, we are going to go sideways. Arms are going front and back. 1, 2, 3 tap. 1, 2, 3 tap. Okay, back the other way one more time, and we are going to go forward again. So arms are going sideways. Gonna go sideways. Go forward. Arms will go sideways. We're going to take this to singles each way. Maybe if I go off camera, you won't see me making mistakes. No, that's all right. Okay, that was good. How about one more each direction? And we'll just take it back to the end here and back to a regular march. All right. Oh, I need another shot of water. Okay, just so that we can kind of bring that heart rate and the breathing rate back down before we go into our strength training, let's try something a little bit different here. So what I want you to do is We're going to alternate back and forth between, we're going to do 6 steps, so 3 on each side on our toes, and then 3 on each side on our heels. But while we're on our toes, before we switch to our heels, we are going to kind of hold for a count of 3 at the top and then give a squeeze, one last squeeze before going to our heels. So starting off by going to the balls of our feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold it at the top there, calf raise. So you're on the balls of your feet, so count to 3, and then 1 squeeze in your calves, and then down, and then shake that out a little bit. And we'll go to 1, 2, 3, we're on our heels, 4, 5, 6, back to our toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold it up there on the balls of your feet, and count to 3, and squeeze those calves a little bit more before we lower down. Shake that out a little bit. Go back to those heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And back up onto those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it up there. Count of 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those calves before we lower back down. And go shake that out a little bit. That chair is there for whatever level of support you need. Back to the heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back to the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it up there on the balls of your feet. 2, 1, and squeeze those calves. We're going to do this one more time. Back down. Shake those legs out a bit. Heels one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up onto your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those calves while you're up there. Lower it back down and shake that out. And I think we are good for that. If you have cramp in your calf, feel free to stretch out that calf. Okay. And how about we actually just sneak in a little stretch there now. So taking that one leg back, keep that heel down, toes pointing forward, especially on that back leg, and bend that front knee. We'll stretch out those calves a little bit because I felt my calves cramping just slightly on there. Okay, and the other one, we'll do a better stretch on this side too. Press those heels down. You don't want to lift them up. Heel down, bend the front knee. Keep the toes, especially on that back leg, pointing forward. Shift your weight forward a little bit by bending that front knee. Okay, shake that out. Grab another drink of water if you need it. We'll start with our strength training. So starting off, what I'd like to do is a shoulder retraction. So doing it standing this time. If you're doing it seated, you're just sitting, sliding those hands back on your thighs, pull those shoulder blades down and together. Back. If you're standing, just bring those arms back and down, kind of tucking those shoulder blades down into your back pocket. And hold that for a bit. And release, kind of give those shoulders a bit of a shake. Take those arms back, shoulders back again. This time add in the chin tuck. This is where you have that lovely pose for pictures. And shake that out. And let's do that one more time. Shoulders back and down. Tuck in that chin back. So you're taking your head actually back. So if you have the lovely L, put the thumb on your chest, index finger is on your chin, and you pull your head back. You're not tipping it back, you're just pulling it back. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of the base of your head where it meets your neck. All right, so that's our posture exercises for today. What I'd like to do for back strengthening is starting with a back squeeze. So you're standing, your feet are about shoulder width apart, and or sitting up nice and tall. And grab your band. Index fingers are either touching or fairly close together. Arms are about armpit height. Take a breath in and exhale as you're pulling apart. Inhale as you release. Nice, slow and controlled, both directions. You want to always exhale when you're doing the hard part. Did I say it backwards? Take a breath in and exhale as you are pulling apart. Inhale on the release. I think I said it right. So the good way to remember that is EX, exhale, on EX, exertion. And then that way you know that your muscles have the oxygen when it needs to do the work, or when they need to do the work. Keep your shoulders relaxed. You don't want them up by your ears. And don't let the band snap or pull your arms back together any faster than what you want. A nice, slow and controlled, both directions. Okay, shake that out. That's our back squeeze. So for chest squeeze, take the band in your right hand, cross your left wrist over top, and this time your pinkies are either touching or fairly close together. Arms are, you don't want them extended out. Same thing with that back squeeze that we did. We don't want the arms out, they are in close. So with this chest squeeze, arms are in close too. And starting with that good base of support, your knees are slightly bent, shoulders back and down. Did I mention core engaged? Take a deep breath in and exhale as you pull apart. Inhale as you release. Slow and controlled, both directions. So because we are doing a chest squeeze, but we are switching partway in between, I'm going to switch arms halfway in between. Okay, so let go with your left hand, and this time instead of crossing over top, cross underneath and grab the bands again. So your pinkies are again either touching or fairly close together. Take a breath in, and this time I'm going to try and challenge my balance a little bit by changing my stance. So I'm going to be, instead of in line and shoulder width apart, I'm going to do a stride stance. Take a breath in and exhale. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Nice, slow and controlled. And I think I snuck one more in on the other side, so let's sneak one more in here. There we go. So do your best to be balanced on each side, but if you're one or two out, no big deal, just try your best. Okay, shaking that out. The next back one that I'd like to do with you is, this is one that I don't normally do, and you're gonna have to straddle your chair. If you can't straddle your chair, then just do a regular seated crunch, because what we're going to do is straddle the chair. This is for your lower back. So, let's see. And I think what I'm going to do is wrap this around my back as high as I can, and then wrap it around the chair. Grab onto the chair. So I'm sitting up nice and tall and pressing back, making sure that my core is engaged, keeping my head, neck, and spine in alignment. And I'm just coming back up to upright position. I'm not going forward. So you're pressing against the band. this is for, as I mentioned, for your lower back. It's a back extension against resistance. We'll do a couple more. And last one, you can kind of fool around with the tension in the band there to give yourself either more or less resistance. All right, nothing ladylike about these exercises, especially today. So that was our back extension. Let's go into, I want to do a rotator cuff one with the band, but because we need to be extra careful with our rotator cuffs, if you have a lighter band with you, switch and do that lighter band, just like how you would have different weights for, depending on what exercise you're doing. You can do the same thing with bands. It makes it safer for the exercises that need it to be safer, and it makes it more challenging for the ones that you need more challenging. So rotator cuff, I'm going to start by just showing, okay, you can either do it with or without a band. Actually, you could have done that with or without a band with that extension that we just did, but basically it's the same as the forward seated crunch if you're doing it without the band, so easier on the legs to just do it forward. Okay, our rotator cuff. So keep your elbows in fairly close to your side. Try and keep your forearms parallel to the floor. And just rotating those arms out. Don't have your arms up or down, and don't do that with your hands either. Okay, so let's add in the band. You can grab on however you like. I'm just going to do that. And start with, make sure you don't want your hands together for this one. And we're just going to rotate out again, keeping those elbows tucked in close to your sides. We're going to do that same kind of movement, except this time with the band for resistance. Kind of squeeze those shoulder blades together while you're bringing those hands out. And we'll just do a couple more. Like I said, we want to exercise those rotator cuffs, but we don't want to be too hard on them. Okay, shaking that out, I'm going to switch my band again. And let's go for a bicep curl this time around. Okay, speaking of not ladylike, I would like to do an isolated bicep curl with you. I'm not sure the best positioning for this one. So what you're going to do is, I think I will switch colors of the bands just so that you can see that against my pants, the contrast against my pants a little bit better. Okay, you're sitting up, head, neck, spine in alignment, and I have the band under my left leg. It's coming up from the inside of my foot. So my left arm is resting on my left leg. My right elbow is on the inside of my thigh. I have resistance on the band with my arm extended, and take a breath in and exhale as I bring my arm up into that bicep curl. So because this position is a little bit trickier, like I said, head, neck, spine in good alignment while you're doing this, because this position is a little bit trickier, not one that we do all the time. So feel free just to go back to just a regular bicep curl like we normally do in our classes if you prefer. So nice, slow and controlled, both directions again. Because we are sitting forward to that 40-degree angle, you want to be looking at the floor about 3 or 4 feet ahead of you, and that will help to keep your head, neck, and spine in a good alignment. And keeping your shoulders and hips square to the front. Let's do 2 more. I was talking a lot, so I have no idea how many I really did. And we will switch. So by putting our arm on our leg, that supports our back. And kind of nice to have your arm there instead of this, because you see how that kind of twists my body. This keeps me in better alignment without that extra twist. Okay, elbow, my left elbow this time because I'm doing the bicep curl with my left arm. My left elbow is tucked inside just inside my knee on my thigh. And take a breath in and exhale as I am raising up. So remembering that exhale on exertion, core is engaged, shoulders square to the front. Try and keep that head, neck, and spine in good alignment. And we'll do a few more. Oh, I just saw something that I wanted to do with you today. Okay, last one here. Okay. Oh, I always come up with all these different brainy ideas of what I want to do, and then sometimes forget to do it. Okay, so I have a number for you to remember. Is this going to show up the right way? Yes, it is. Okay, there's a number. I want you to take a look at the number, remember it, and you kind of got away lucky. I'm showing it to you more towards the end of the class, so it shouldn't be that difficult for you to remember right at the end when I flash it back to you again. Okay, so remember that number. We'll bring it back again at the end. Let's go for our tricep extension. Hand. So take your left hand across to your right shoulder. Keep that one there. Do not move it. I'm going to move my chair so I can challenge my balance a little bit while I'm doing this. And I'm going to go in line like I'm walking a tightrope. So that right elbow is out to the side. Take a breath in and exhale. As you extend, inhale as you release. Nice, slow and controlled. So if you don't have different bands to challenge yourself more with the different exercises, a couple other ways to challenge yourself more is to either have your hands closer together, or if it's too hard, too challenging, have your hands further apart. Or the other option is you can double it up. Try it that way. If you're doubling it up, you might need to have your hands a little bit farther apart, depending on how easy your band is. Once you start losing that resistance, then head back out again with that arm, because once you lose that resistance, you're not getting anything from that range there. So keep going with that. Let's do two more. And last one. Okay, shake that out. I'm going to switch which leg I have in front. Take the band in your right hand, put it across to your left shoulder. Keep that one there. Your left arm is out to the side. Take a breath in and extend. Oh my goodness, this arm wasn't ready for that one. There we go. Nice, slow and controlled, both directions. Okay, keep going. We've got a few more. Last two. And last one. There we go. Shake that out. Oh gosh, getting warm in here. I need another drink of water. We are going to go for the seated ab crunch next. How are we doing for time? Okay. So if you've already done this when we did the back extension, bonus, you get to do it again. So here we go. You're sitting up nice and tall towards the front of your chair. Core is engaged. Head, neck, spine in good alignment. When we lean back though, I want you leaning back as far as you can without touching the back of the chair, but instead of that head going back straight in line with your body, I want you to tuck that chin as you go back. Pretend as though there's one of those lovely little mandarin oranges under your chin and you don't want to drop it. So a few options: hands on your thighs. If you want to bump up the challenge a little bit, you can take the hands across your chest. And if you want to bump up the challenge a little bit more, you can take the fingertips just behind your ears, but make sure you are not pulling on your head. Those fingers are there just to kind of bump up the challenge. Those are the different options. You work at whatever level works for you. Remembering to tuck that chin as you are going back. When you are coming back up, make sure you only come up just to an upright position. Don't lean forward. Oh, just reminded myself I wanted to do a different one. I actually wanted to do that seated one with resistance. I guess I'll do that next time around. Okay, we are running out of time. Let's do, and grab your band again. Let's do, instead of the squat today, I want to do the leg press. So grab your band. If you've got different resistances, grab the heavier one because your legs are stronger. I'm going to grab this one just so that you can see it better against my black pants. So knee to chest, have the band under your foot. The arms, you've got resistance in that band with your arms pasted against your side. Arms do not move. Exhale as you're pushing down. Inhale as you release. So it's knee to chest, heel to floor. We are not swinging the leg. It's just one smooth movement. Knee to chest, heel to floor. You're sitting up nice and tall, chest up nice and proud. And let's just keep going with that. And we'll do a couple more. And last one. All right, shake that out a little bit. Switch legs. Paste those arms against your side. Heel to floor, knee to chest. Arms do not move. Make sure your wrists, your hands and wrists and forearms are in good alignment, so you're not going to injure those wrists. And let's do two more. And last one. Okay. Next one up is the hip abduction. Normally we are standing doing the hip abduction like this, taking the legs out to the side. Gravity is our resistance. Today, I want you to have your knees together and turn the chair so you can see a little better. Head on is not normally a good angle for doing this, but I think it might work better for this exercise. So wrap the band around your thighs, closer to your knees. Hold that there, And I want you to take the leg out to the side. Make sure you are keeping your knee above your ankle. Don't cheat and do this. You're not going to get much out of that, if anything. So just take your whole leg out. I will give you the option. Actually, we will switch it up in a little bit. So do that for a couple more. And I am going to switch it up. So I've got quite a bit of resistance on my band. I've got it wrapped around twice. Do what works for you. Might be easier to do it with less resistance, just to kind of get that motion down packed. Okay, now let's keep those feet together and just press our knees out. Is this Suzanne Summers, or is this the opposite of Suzanne Summers? I think this might be Suzanne Summers, the Thigh Master. Can I say that on here? I just did. Whoops, if I can't. Okay, don't let the band pull your legs back in. You control it. And how about 2 more? And last one. Okay, shake that out. I want to sneak in, oh gosh, I want to sneak in a balanced one. Okay, so that chair is there for whatever level of support you need. For balance, let's do that tightrope again. So sideways to your chair. Isn't that sun beautiful? Just notice that now that it's shining in my eyes. We are going to go heel to toe, and chair is there for you for whatever level you need. Forward and backward, just making sure that you stay within arm's reach of your chair. If this is too easy for you, feel free to look side to side while you're doing this. If that is still too easy for you, feel free to close one eye. Remember that chair, keep it nice and close because we are really challenging ourselves here. Okay, if that's too easy, try closing both eyes. Chair is there if you need it. If you take away that vision component, vision is a huge component of your balance. So when you take away that vision component by closing your eyes, that changes your balance a lot. So make sure if you are doing that, you are doing it with your chair right there and that you can grab on if needed. Okay, shake that out. And, oh gosh, I think that's all we have time for our balance for today. Let's get into that stretching. Sitting up nice and tall, extend one leg out and slight bend to your knee, heel down, toe pointing up. You're sitting at the front of your chair, core is engaged, and we are going to just pivot forward at the hips. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstring, the back of your thigh. If you're leaning on a leg for support, it is the bent one. You never want to put any pressure on that extended leg. Pull the toe up more towards your shin, and you should feel the stretch more in your calf. Okay, shake that out. Other leg, heel down, toe pointing up. Pivot forward at the hips, head, neck, spine in good alignment. Core is engaged. When you are stretching, slight discomfort is okay, but if you're actually feeling pain, then you've gone too far and you need to let up a little bit. It should never be painful, it should always feel good. Toe up to your shin more, feel good stretch in your calf. Okay, shaking that out, let's go for hip flexor quad stretch. Sitting up nice and tall. Core is engaged. You've got one butt cheek on the chair, one is off. Take that front leg back as far as you can comfortably. If you want to feel that stretch a little bit more, this is where you should feel that stretch. If you want to feel a little bit more, lean back slightly. You don't want to be leaning forward because you won't feel hardly anything, if anything. And stretches should be held, we say anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, but basically till you feel like you've got a good stretch, then feel free to switch. I'm going to turn my chair a bit and switch to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall again. Core is engaged, shoulders back and down. Feel free to lean that back just slightly again. You're not arching your back, you're just kind of pivoting back again. You want to keep that good alignment no matter what position you are in. Okay, shake that out. And going for the glute hip stretch. So taking that leg across, and you can pivot forward at the hips, gentle press on the inside of your knee, if you like, leaning forward if you like, pivoting forward at the hips, I should say, not leaning, we don't want to curve the spine. If you aren't able to get that leg up, sometimes just using that other leg as a ramp, you can get the leg up. If you can't do that, that's totally fine. Do it, that stretch to whatever level, wherever your leg ends up landing for you, whatever works for you. And I'm going to switch. Bring that other leg up. And pivot forward at the hips again. Gentle press on the inside of the knee. This is where you want to feel that stretch. No comment. Head, neck, spine still in good alignment. All right, shake that out. I am going to stand up for the rest of these stretches. Feel free to join me. So next one up is our, let's see, obliques. I'd like to do obliques next. So reaching up and slightly over, give a nice gentle pull diagonal. You should feel a nice stretch in your obliques. That same arm, take it down between your shoulder blades, gentle press on your elbow or in your triceps area. This is where you want to feel the stretch. If you have shoulder issues and that's not feeling so good, feel free to take it across to the other side. Shake that out. Take the other arm up. Gentle pull up diagonally. Feel a nice stretch in your obliques. Take that same arm down, gentle press on your elbow or in your triceps area, whatever works for you, or take the arm across to the other side. Bring those arms down, shake that out a bit, and bring the arm across for a shoulder stretch from underneath, grab on, pull it in closer, do some hand circles. We could actually do hip adductor stretch at the same time. So take the legs to the side, we'll stretch out our adductor muscle. We didn't get a chance to do the adductor exercise that I wanted. Switch direction with your hand, but we'll stretch that adductor out anyway. Shake that out. Other arm out to the side, bring it across from underneath, grab on, pull it in closer, take the legs to the other side, throw in some hand circles. So you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your shoulder and in your adductor muscles. Reverse direction with your hand. All right, shaking that out. Take those hands back. Your arms are about a 45-degree angle. take the arms back, I should say, shoulders back, thumbs are up, rotate them around, press the shoulders back again. You should be feeling a stretch in your biceps. Rotate the thumbs back up, bend the hands back at the wrist, rotate around again, press the shoulders back. You should be feeling a stretch more in your forearm. Pressing those shoulders back, we are also getting a nice chest stretch out of the deal too. So shaking that out a little bit, nice big shoulder rolls backwards. Keep your shoulders level. Take one ear down to your shoulder. Opposite arm is reaching for the floor. Also, I didn't mention, but make sure you are not holding your breath during any of the flexibility exercises. Head back up to the center, other ear to your shoulder, opposite arm reaching towards the floor. These exercises, your flexibility component of your exercise class should be nice and relaxing. So not ever overstraining and not ever holding your breath. There we go. Shaking that out a little bit. Finishing off with 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Make sure you're keeping your chest up. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One last one. Inhale and exhale. And give yourself a hand. I'm sure you did awesome. And you were maybe hoping I would forget, but I didn't. What was the word, or it's not word, what was the number today that I wanted you to remember? Do you remember it? Ready for it? Here it comes. Did you get it? Did you remember it? Okay, there it is for you. Challenge yourself. Think of different ways to challenge your memory, and you will benefit for it. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, feel free to let us know, let me know, and we will catch you another time. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.